Hi everyone. For this presentation, it's going to be a little different. I had it filmed, and due to some technical difficulties with the computer update, the one that I filmed with my audience is now gone, so you guys are going to be my assumed audience. Today we are going to be talking about international travel. So let's see. Have you ever found yourself in a different country? Lost, unable to understand the language being spoken around you? There's a lot of anxiety, excitement, but you feel completely alive? No? Me either. But I am dying to experience it, and you should be too. Let's talk a little bit more about this idea of traveling internationally and why it's so important to our lives. In the research I've done and interviews that I have conducted with missionaries and avid travelers, they all say the same thing. Now is the time to broaden your cultural horizon. So, why aren't we doing it? The primary reason people say that they can't travel is money, which makes sense. But in 2017, an article by Natasha Alden of the Huffington Post, it referenced the fact that Americans are avoiding international travel because of the cost associated with it. In previous presentations, we did talk about the fact that one of the things mentioned is passports. A U.S. passport right now is running about $165, so it can be pretty expensive. The second reason that people reference is time. The same article by Huffington Post, Miss Alden, references the fact that some Americans lack the time to travel, primarily due to the fact that people don't have enough vacation time. Some companies don't offer it at all, so I can see how that might be an issue. Now that we've identified the primary reasons that we hear people are unable to travel, let's talk about some options that would present as positive outcomes to these problems. The first, saving money is easy, and if you shop smart, a vacation can be a reasonably priced adventure. So there's a couple things you can do, and Verge magazine released an article that gives a couple of tips to travelers. So some of those might be renting your home while you're traveling, budgeting your airlines, and apply for study abroad scholarships, which could be a cool idea. So one of the interviews I conducted was actually with a missionary, a pastor at one of the local Colorado Springs churches. And this is another idea if you are really interested in travel. It's wonderful. You get to go out into the world and do some volunteer work, missionary work, and you get to really immerse yourself into the culture of where you have been deployed to. So it's something that can broaden you literally and spiritually. So a cool idea if it's something that people are interested in. It helps as well if you plan ahead and save your PTO. Try and avoid those playing hooky days. Project Time Off's article provides research that states that Americans wasted 658 million PTO hours in 2016. Those are a lot of lost opportunities to travel, and it seems pretty wasteful. So now that the main excuses for traveling have been explained and given solutions, let's talk about why you would want to put in some extra time and money into a vacation. So remember when I first started talking to you, I asked if you had ever experienced the feeling of not knowing anyone, maybe being a little lost in a place that you aren't so familiar with. I bet you wondered why I would desire that feeling. If you follow my advice today, you can experience that. The beautiful feeling of being completely submerged into another culture and allowing your soul to experience adventures that this world has to offer. Research has shown that when you travel, you are more likely to retain the language of the country you are visiting faster than if you were studying a program like Rosetta Stone. Go Overseas journalist Bobby Hitchen provided multiple options involving school and tutoring, but notes for those who don't typically pick up on the academic part of it, immersing yourself, moving to that place can actually be very beneficial in retaining the language that you're trying to learn. Research also supports the fact that experiencing different cultures, traditions, foods, habits, religions, etc., have been proven to boost your health, mental, emotional, and physical, as well as your overall intelligence. NBC released an article March 2017 that referenced 5 points of improvement on your life by traveling. It increases your health, relieves your stress, enhances creativity, boosts happiness, and lowers your risk of depression. So, 5 great reasons to go ahead and start traveling. Obviously, it can be easy to make excuses to avoid traveling, but after hearing the benefits that await you, I doubt those excuses sound good anymore. Money and time are important, sure, but when well managed, they are just factors in planning a trip, rather than something hindering you from an awesome experience. You could be out there learning a language, trying new foods, boosting your knowledge of the world, and exploring new cultures. Today, when you leave and go back to your normal routine, I want you to at least once a day picture a place that you've never been before. When you think about that destination, put $1 in savings. Weekly, I want you to research a new place and make a list of what you would be interested in seeing there. Make it a habit to familiarize yourself with these places and fantasize about the beautiful things you could see in your lifetime. Life is too short and would be a shame entirely to miss out on the things that you have never seen because you were too busy or you spent money on material things rather than experiences. I want you to book that ticket, get on a plane, and get out there. The world is waiting. Thank you very much today for being a part of my presentation. I hope that I was able to influence your future decision making on traveling. It is one of my greatest passions, and I hope that I was able to spark a little bit of that eventually unquenchable flame that is the desire to experience all the things that the world has to offer into your soul, like it is in mine. Thank you very much for watching. And here's the references.